What is going on, Outhunters? It is a very terrific Tubular Tuesday. Yes, we got some information about an hour ago. So let's go ahead and take a look real quick at what that was. We did get the JOLTS data. And JOLTS data did come in at 7.744 million. Forecast was calling for 7.48 million. So a pretty good beat there on the actual number. And it's an uptick from forecast or prior, which was 7.37 million. All right, so there you go. As far as the SPY is basically a flat open, and we're just trading down a little bit from that open. So a little bit negative, about 0.1%, nothing crazy. Qs is basically flat, nice little gap down there on the Qs, but that's basically it. Kind of just ran bullish there first 30 minutes, kind of just sideways since. IWM, a little bit of a gap down, trading lower, currently down about 0.2%. DIA, a little bit of a gap up, but trading lower, currently down 0.3%. RSP, basically flat open, traded down, broke yesterday's low, which is interesting. Currently down 0.4%. RSP on the daily, definitely look like it's waiting for that 10 EMA. We're getting closer to pulling back to it. Probably going to be looking to dip in for probably some continuation trade higher. I think it might be a little extended. It might chop around a little bit longer. Wouldn't be surprised if we actually probably connect in with that 20 EMA. And I'm not saying we just pull all the way down to that 20 EMA, but maybe we just kind of chop more sideways than anything else. Anyways, RSP kind of just pulling back a little bit. DIA, same kind of deal, just kind of pulling back a little bit as well. Nothing crazy going on right now across some of these ETFs on some of these pullbacks. They've been pretty strong. So yeah, even the IWM still looking like it's waiting for some moving averages to come up. The Qs actually did make an all-time high yesterday, very briefly, and that is kind of where we are right now as far as where the close was yesterday. So Qs looking okay. SPY, yeah, it's just kind of resting, not too much kind of going on. So there you go. So we'll get some more data later in the week. That unemployment rate and stuff like that will come Friday. I think that'll be a pretty big one. Very important one in my opinion. This one probably next month. As far as the VIX kind of just hanging out. Low teens. Wouldn't be surprised if the market continues to grind higher. DXY, dollar index. Okay. So we kind of talked about this little possible head and shoulders action yesterday. Definitely not saying we hit the shoulder yet, right? So we got this nice little run. There we go. Shoulder, neckline, head. We came back down, broke that neckline, but I mean, it could just be a lopsided neckline and shoulder. So I guess was all this a pullback? Was that the shoulder yesterday? Kind of the peak yesterday? I mean, we'll find out. I mean, it could be. I'll be clear. It could be. I would imagine it probably goes a little bit higher. Anyways, you're probably just definitely waiting to watch this. See what happens here over the next couple days here. As far as the GLD Gold Trust. Nice little gap up there on the Gold Trust. Okay. Still just kind of consolidating sideways for now. Okay. I would like to see a longer, medium to longer term consolidation. We've been really strong on gold start this year. Well, pretty much all year now. 10-year yield looking pretty good. Nice little pullback from the middle of November to recent. So not looking horrible. 10-2 inversion, bouncing a little bit. This thing is just trying to come back and get reinverted, or back to being inverted. HYG, high yield corporate bonds, not a bad spot. Not a bad spot. If you kind of like the bullish idea here on the HYG, you gotta really kind of like being bullish on some of these support levels of the moving averages and stuff. Not saying we couldn't just break right down through them, but I mean, if you're gonna try to be bullish, I mean, right on top of a compressed spring is about where you want to be. LQD. Investment grade corporate bonds. Yeah, really across these bonds, they just Some of them look different, and that's what's kind of tough. I think I'd still prefer, and I know this kind of got ripped last week, but I think I would still just prefer to be bullish on the HYG and probably just bearish on the LQD or TLT. But I know that got ripped to shreds last week, but it happens. It's part of it. TLT, I mean, they just moved so strong last week. The LQD and TLT did. Not surprised that we did finally get a little bit of a higher move. Might just be a little bit more of a consolidation than we roll over later, which is kind of something we were looking for back in early November, late October kind of time frame. It was just like a little bit of a higher retest and then a rollover later. So we might be getting into that kind of price action. All right, sector rotation for the day. Man, we had some strong starts here. What is this? Is that energies? Energies, that's a strong start on the day. And utilities. Yeah, utilities? Yep, utilities. So there you go. But they both faded pretty good. As far as how things are going for the day, we got communications is actually leading the day right now. Healthcare, utilities, tech, energies, kind of all a little bit outperforming there. Materials underperforming. Discretionaries, real estate, staples, financials underperforming. Industrials leading up the lower end of the day. Okay. As far as the intraday price action, financials, industrials, utilities, energies at the lower end of the day. Yeah, utilities, energies got that pretty good gap up, but they definitely traded down from that gap up open. Real estate, materials underperforming, staples as well. Discretionaries underperforming a little bit there. Healthcare kind of in line with the market there. And communications and tech doing pretty good intraday. They tech, we saw the Qs actually get hit with a pretty good gap down, but traded up to be at least even. Currently positive there on the Qs, so not surprised to see tech communications actually doing at least pretty good during the day.